What's going on, y'all? You know where I'm at, and you know what I'm about to do. It's player partner Cal. I want to holler at the bros real quick, and I want to talk about Quavo, Saweetie, and how having money doesn't always equal respect. Alright, I know y'all seen the video by now with the elevator altercation. We don't know what was going on before the camera started rolling, but from what we can see, it looks like there was obviously an altercation, there was an argument that got physical between those two. In my view stance, it seems like Saweetie was the aggressor, but in other people's view stance, Quavo was the aggressor, right? That's up to interpretation. This is the point of the video that I'm making. Quavo's a rich nigga, right? Quavo has wealth, power, and influence within the music industry, right? But he's still getting treated like a bitch by Saweetie. He makes more money than her. He's always gonna make more money than her, right? Unless he passes away, knock on wood. He's always gonna be a breadwinner, right? But buying all those Birkins, taking all those trips, you basically being a simp, she still looked at you like you were less than her, even though you're financially worth more than her. Bros, this is a prime example to stop listening to women that tell you this type of shit. You can have the paper, right? You could be an alpha in the business world, have your paper straight, do all of that. But when you go home, that doesn't matter to your woman. Do you have a backbone when it comes to your woman? Because I can tell you now, the way she's been interacting with Quavo, she the one that got the dick and balls in that relationship. She's the one that's been wearing the pants. She's the one that's been running the whole thing. And it ended because she wanted it to end. Right? Maybe he didn't want it to end. Maybe he was on some please, I want you back, which he probably was. But you can see, she's the one that had control in that whole relationship. And I'm about to tie this to another thing about domestic abuse, right? I've told y'all before, the most powerful thing you can do as a man is walk away. Especially when you're dealing with a woman that gets under your skin. Like, if you're intimate with a woman for a long time, she's gonna learn you, she's gonna know about you, so she knows what makes you tick. She knows what's a trigger for you. She knows what's gonna make you go off. Now, people get in heated arguments and they might press on those triggers. Okay, that happens. It's not right, but it happens, right? But if she's getting to the point to where you feel like you have to lay hands on this woman, which you should never get to that point. But if you get to the point where you feel like I'm about to get physical, you need to walk away. What Quavo should have did, there's pretty much, so they were arguing over a bag, right? So he was trying to get his bag back. All right, cool, that's fine. But just for the sake of the video, Quavo should have left it alone. You should have, right? But your emotions are going, you're mad as hell right now, you in the moment. So you're not thinking about that camera being on that elevator. All you thinking about is getting your shit back. But this is gonna cost him. Do I think it's gonna cancel him? No, it's not gonna cancel him, but it's gonna cost him a pretty penny, right? He might have to go on an apology tour. But from my understanding, from what I've seen, that man he ain't got no history of beating on this woman that we know of, right? Things can be different behind closed doors, but what we can see, that ain't him. And no, this is not normal. I don't suggest you get into any type of physical altercations with your woman. Like I said, if it gets to that point, bro, you just gotta walk the fuck away. That's the most powerful thing you can do. Leave the situation alone, cold turkey. I understand that's your game. You want your game back. It might be stuff in there that you need. All right, Pull out your phone, record it, have video evidence. Like, hey, this woman's trying to take something that belongs to me. I'm not about to put my hands on her because I don't want to get fucked up in the game. And this is bullshit, right? You shouldn't have to do this as a man. But like I told y'all, with men, especially black men, even if it's not your fault, it's still your fault. That video might exonerate Quavo, or it might be some more evidence that comes out that clears his name. It's not gonna matter. Because in the eye of the public, in the eye of white society, you are guilty, nigga. So we have another way to take something from you. And that's what's gonna happen. But like I said, I still think he's gonna win in the long run. But he's a millionaire. He has it to lose. Regular guys like us, we don't have it to lose, right? You might blow your temper. Now you done lost your job. You done gone to jail. You done lost your child. You done lost your house. You done lost everything, right? Because of one bad moment. And we all have bad moments, right? We just don't record them all the time. Everybody's a step away from a felony. From doing stuff everybody's a step away from doing something on camera that they can go to jail for. Everybody. Nobody's level-headed all the time, right? And me, I consider myself a very, very level-headed guy. But last year I had an incident where I wasn't so level-headed. Did it get physical? No, it never got physical. I thought about it, right? In that moment, I thought about it. I took myself out of the situation. I took my feelings out of the situation, and I did the right thing what I was supposed to do. But other bros, y'all might not be so fortunate. And the caveat, look, I'm not talking to the dudes that beat on their women. I ain't with that. I ain't talking about the dudes that abuse it. Nope, we're not talking about y'all. We're talking about the guys that might have a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes that mistake can be physical with a woman. But, bros, I need you to be level-headed. And if you can, think in the moment. And you calm your ass the fuck down and you walk away. You walk away from it all. She'll respect you more by just walking away than going back and forth with her like a bitch, right? That's what she wants you to do. She wants you to go down to her level, bicker back and forth with her. You playing on her level now. Don't do that. Say, look, I understand we going through something right now, but I'm not about to argue with you. I'm just about to leave before it gets too violent. You have to think about that in the moment. And that's so hard to do when you want to get out your words and you just want to be like, bitch, you wrong for this, that, and the third. I understand that. But as men, we got to just be more level-headed, right? And I still think Quavo did the best he could do for what he did. He slipped up a little bit by tussling her with her over the bag. But we just got to be more careful. We just do. As men, as black men, you got to be more careful, right? And women, if you know that you're out here pushing that man's buttons, doing things, provoking him, and when he finally strikes back out of defense and you play the victim role, you're not shit either. Let me get that out the way too. You're not shit either, right? Because there's a lot of women that play that damsel in distress role, but they won't show you where they were just picking at them for how long, right? And when he finally snaps back on your ass, all of a sudden, now you like, oh, I'm a victim. No, you're not a victim, man. Well, had a phone call, but no, you're not a victim, all right? If you're pressing a man's button, you know you're wrong. You need to fucking stop it. And if you're putting your hands on that man, and like I just told the bros, don't ever do this. But women, if you're putting your hands on that man, unprovoked, and he decides to defend himself, tough fucking cookie. You shouldn't have been doing this shit in the first place. Now, would I condone that? No, but I do condone human beings defending themselves, whether it's from male or female. So you out here striking this man, slapping him across the head, pushing him in the chest like you the nigga and he the bitch, and he decides to show you who's more dominant in that situation. You brought that shit on yourself. And I ain't afraid to say that, because you did. Act like a nigga, get treated like a nigga. Keep your hands to yourself, ladies. Bros, you know to keep your hands to yourself. But if you gotta defend yourself, if he chooses to defend himself, what you want to do? But anyway, that's my short video on that. Bros, power, wealth, and influence matters. It does. But the way your woman views you at home matters as well. You got to be that same boss ass nigga in the bedroom, in the house, just like you that same boss nigga in the street. Or you're gonna have women that's gonna run all over you, like Saweetie doing with Quavo. So what you gonna do? Get your ass up.